Would you like to learn which gaming, AI and meme coin altcoins have the potential to turn $1,000 into $1 million, if not $10 million? I'm going to be ranking the following cryptocurrencies for their multiplier potential by the end of the bull market, which I expect to end in 2025. Some of these cryptocurrencies are going to be very degen, so you know the drill. As usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money, and everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. As usual, my name's the Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gems. I have found them in the past. I have found 8 100x cryptocurrencies in the present, and I'm going to be finding at least 30 to 40 100x's in the future. So if you love content like this, then make sure that you smash a like on this video, watch that like button animate, and it tells me you love content like this, and make sure that you subscribe on YouTube and turn post notifications on so you never miss a live video from me, the Suppoman. Also, if you want to know what I am DCAing into, then take this, the Cryptocurrency Investment Course 2024. It's got 18 hours packed full of crypto knowledge for $10, not $50. You go to the final lecture, you go to my buy announcements Telegram group and the channel, and you will see what I am DCAing into. Also, I have also launched another group which you can access via Suppoman coin. So if you have 1 million Suppoman coin, you get access to a special group that has all my buys, all degen, all speculative buys, everything. Right, now, we are in a situation where we have had a cataclysmic drop in the cryptocurrency market over the past couple of weeks, and yesterday was amongst the worst. Now, I put in a tweet yesterday that we did have 6 months of up-only action, and that has culminated in the market pulling back, correcting, profit-taking and shaking out before the next leg up, and the next leg up could be the up-only leg up, and that is where we have the parabola stage that comes after the sideways action after the halving. Now, what we have got right now is we have had what looks like a double top. Now, if we look at previous post-halving activity, just before the parabola, we have a similar situation. We have a kind of up straight after the halving, it corrects, another up only, and then it corrects finally before the massive move up. Similar happened in the second halving, and similar happened in the first halving. And we are typically in a situation after every single halving that we are either in the purple or blue zone. The purple or blue zone is either Bitcoin is dead or basically it's a fire sale. And that is roughly where we are right now. We are just on the cusp of basically a fire sale and buy. But what always happens is post-halving, look, it happens after every halving that we go into, sometimes we go into maximum bubble territory. We did over-exceed after the first halving. We hit it in the second halving. We got close. We got into the FOMO intensifies in the third halving. And now we are likely to have the most violent bull run for 2025. Where we are more than likely going to go into maximum bubble territory before the cryptocurrency market goes into a legislative kind of period, and then it becomes like the stock market. So this to me is the final opportunity. So in my personal opinion, this is a time to be accumulating. In all of crypto's history, there is always a post-halving accumulation phase before the up-only run-up, which I've just shown you, and there's no reason to dispute what will happen now. There are people, there's basically two camps at the moment. One is saying we've actually hit the peak of the bull market, and there's others that are actually saying, no, we are just like we have been before. We have not even started the activity yet. So just before I move any further, let me just share this over to the good people of the Twitterverse. It happened much quicker this week. Bear with me one more second. Done. And done. Right, okay. So, let's move on. Because we have got a lot of cryptocurrencies to cover in this video, which is going to be concentrating on gaming, AI, and meme coin cryptocurrencies. And as I said, there are going to be some degen ones I have never spoken about before. So you are going to want to pay attention because these could unlock insane multipliers because at this point they are pre-pump. They haven't really been touched. So, first things first, we are going to go basically through a lot of the gaming cryptocurrencies that I have gone through before. And the reason being is because we have the potential to restart an altcoin season. If we have a look and see, kind of where we sit as far as Bitcoin or altcoin season, we are really in an altcoin season. We are in a Bitcoin season. And Bitcoin season means that money is taken out of the altcoin market and Bitcoin is allowed to thrive. And Bitcoin hasn't actually done that badly. Yes, it's gone down to about 58k in the last week, but actually it's not really significantly dropped down. But the money is not yet into altcoins. So it is a good idea to go through all of the altcoins. Now we are at a potential bottom before an altcoin season hits. So we're going to start with Immutable X first of all, because this is one of the lower risk gaming plays, but also the one that is probably going to be talked about ad nauseum by all of the top YouTubers. Has this got multiplier potential? So Immutable X, this is a layer 2 for Ethereum-based games. So this allows for games built on Ethereum to utilize their gasless transactions for gaming, for NFTs, and for gaming transactions generally. Now, they have very recently optimized ZK technology as well in partnership with Polygon to bring even faster and more secure transactions, fast and free transactions, to the Immutable X gaming ecosystem. But this is 2 billion, 2.3 billion in market cap. What do I realistically think that Immutable X could go to? I think that a 20x is probably the upper limit. But I would probably say reasonably that a 10x is more likely. Next, Beam. Beam is a layer 1 infrastructure for gaming. Now, these guys are super exciting. Unlike Immutable X, which has been around about 4 years, Beam has only been around the last kind of 6 months. And Beam, like I said, is likely to be one of the top infrastructures for the gaming ecosystem in the next bull run, and everyone will be talking about this. You are going to have Alex Becker, Elio Trades, Virtual Bacon, Crypto Banter. They're all going to be talking about Beam. And as a result, from 849 million, I would say this one has a chance to do a 20 to 30x. Next up, we have got Eluvium. Now, Eluvium is a crypto-based, I suppose, open world exploration game. Now, this started out with Eluvium Overworld. Now it's got Eluvium Quest, Eluvium Battle. There are quite a few mini-games within the Eluvium ecosystem which were not there before. However, this did come out in the last bull run. Admittedly, this did a massive 100x in the last bull run. I personally believe this does not have the same potential this time. We had a gaming bull run, a lot of cryptocurrencies did 1030x, and Eluvium did a 3x. So from my personal perspective, at 442,000 million, I would say that Eluvium has got the chance to possibly do a 20x, but I would say a 10x is probably more likely. Next, Echelon Prime. Now, Echelon Prime is another one of those trading card crypto games that's got an insane valuation, really because of who talks about it. So again, Elio, Alex Becker, and Virtual Baker, they have all basically, in unison, shilled Echelon Prime. Now, my personal perspective on Echelon Prime is it's actually not that great. So 390 million market cap. I think this one has the potential to do a 10, maybe 20x from here. But I would say probably a 10x. Next, we have got Cify. Now, I remember when Cify was at $5 and people were saying, Suppo, you should buy some. Suppo, you should buy some. Get rid of GameZone and all these other launch pads, right? And I was like, no, not at $5. That's insane. So, what I did was I actually didn't buy, and now this has gone right down. It's basically lost 3x its value, and it's only 3x from the lowest it got to in the bear market. 103 million market cap. I would say that Cify, which is a launchpad for crypto games and probably one of the best, and considering that during that little spate of bullishness in the gaming season, there wasn't many new games coming out, so Cify didn't really grow. I would still say that Cify has the potential to 10, maybe 20x from here. Next, we have got Heroes of Mavia. Now, Heroes of Mavia is basically a kind of army battle-based game that kind of looks like Farmville. So you can play it on mobile, you can play it on the PC, and this one did have a huge run up. It went up to like $12, $13 when it first came out, and it has significantly retraced to now 58 million at $1.84. Now this one is touted as the Axie Infinity of this cycle, and at 58 million market cap, I would say this one does have the potential to do a pretty decent run. Could it 100x from here? Maybe. It could go to 5.8 billion. But I would say it's more likely, with unlocks to take into consideration, that this one is more than likely going to do a 30 to 40x, maybe 50x at maximum. Next, we have got Superverse. Now, Superverse is one that a lot of the gaming ecosystem really is just so super horny for. I just don't get it, right? This is Elio Trade's project, right? And this is looked at as a gaming project is meant to unite all crypto gaming. Now, Elio and Alex have a monopoly over gaming projects because they all pretty much have to join Neo Tokyo to get any sort of, mention by them. And so they've got some real leverage. So Elio's got real leverage with Superverse. But to me, at 309 million market cap, I would say that this one has got probably a 20x max. I would say it's more likely this is going to 10x. Next, we have got Zygames. Zygames is a layer 3 gaming ecosystem. What that means is that this is an ecosystem, is an infrastructure for gaming projects. So Zygames are, first of all, a gaming development company, right? So they have got 5 or 6 games that they've already developed that are playable, but really they offer a layer 3 ecosystem, a bit like DGen on the base chain, which offers a layer 3, which offers greater customization for smart contracts, basically for tokens that belong in the gaming ecosystem. Right, so it just allows for there to be more freedom of what to do, of how the token is used, etc., etc. So this is actually quite an innovative cryptocurrency. At 134 million market cap, I would say this one has got decent potential. I would say that just because it's an infrastructure play, this one has also got 30x potential. So 20 to 30x is what I would say for this. Next, we have got Nyan Heroes. Now, Nyan Heroes is a first-person shooter, a lot like Off the Grid, a lot like Bloodloop, and Shrapnel, basically. However, it is cat-based, so it's kind of meme-stroke gaming, and it's on Solana as well. Now, this one came out recently, and any game that came out recently has only plummeted in price, and this is no exception, basically. 19 million market cap, but it is 143 million fully diluted, which is not going to happen all at once. This could probably get to 2 or 3 years' time, and it still have, basically only 30% in circulation. So I would say from 19 million, Nyan Heroes has got a 50x potential. Next, we have got PlaysApp. Now, PlaysApp, I actually find very exciting because it is one of those mobile mini-game-based cryptocurrencies, okay? So if you have a look on the website, it just looks like what you would... It's like the mini clip of crypto. Now, I have not personally played any of the games, but these replicate the kind of mainstream, I would say, commonplace games that you see on the App Store. So, you've got Pool, you've got, Card Solitaire, you've got a kind of Jewel Crush game. And it's built for mobile. And it is very, very exciting. And this has come down dramatically. It's now 11 cents and only $6 million market cap. This one, I do think, has got a potential 100x. I'm going to put it in 70x for now, just purely because it is actually a very exciting looking gaming project and focuses on the future of Web3 and the future of crypto. Next, we have got one that I'm very surprised has tanked to basically where it was when I first covered it all the way back in November 2023, and that is GameSwift. So GameSwift is a gaming infrastructure that came out of Arbitrum. So if you are wanting to build Arbitrum-based games, GameSwift gives you all the tools and support needed to make very fast, very cheap to transact games. Because you're utilizing one of the best Ethereum-based technologies, which is Arbitrum. Now, as I said, this one has come right back down. This reached 78 cents. 78 cents, and now it's 15 cents. So this has gone from a market cap of, well, I remember the market cap being about 50 million, and now it is 8 million. So to me, it's reset the clock for GameSwift. This one has an excellent chance of doing really well. I would say that GameSwift, and this has been covered by Coin Bureau as well, he saw the potential in this and covered it at a very early stage too. I would say that GameSwift does have 70 to 100x potential from here. I would say it relies on a kind of Ethereum and Arbitrum ecosystem growth for this to truly fly. Next up, we have got Corpo Games, another one of these gaming cryptocurrencies that kind of had bad timing when it came to coming out. Now, these guys have got games that are mega games, like AAA games. Like this isn't like Gala or Magic or PlaySApp or any of those games that concentrate, or Nakamoto Games, that concentrate on really simplistic games that you could probably create in a couple of days, maybe even a day. Corpo Games, their key game, Citizen Conflict, has taken 4 years to build to where it is. And Citizen Conflict is basically a kind of a little bit like Call of Duty and Fortnite. And then they've got these two other games, which is Animate, which is basically an NFT exploration game, a little bit like Pokemon Go. And it looks exceptional quality. So they've got two really exceptional games, and they've got this kind of Fall Guys-based game, where it's a bit like Squid Games. You're just competing in a multiplayer format. Now, these guys, $11 million market cap. Again, high fully diluted value, but this is not going to likely be fully vested for a few years. In which case, really, I would see it as maybe 20 million as its current value based on the kind of dilution. So again, I would say, considering UFO Gaming got to a 1 billion market cap with one game that you can't even play, and this one's got 3 games that are mega games, I would say that Corpo Gaming has got, from here, 70x potential. Next, we've got one that a lot of people have asked me about, and that is Playable Games. Now, Playable Games first started life as an Avalanche-based gala, right? This is the gala of Avalanche. So, a multiple amount of games, really high-quality games. So, they've got a game called Nexus, which is insanely high-quality, AAA graphics, and they've got more that are going to be coming out. But they have since migrated off Avalanche, and they are now on their own EVM-compatible chain. So, you can hold your Playable Games only on their EVM chain, basically. So they have, in essence, become like Gala. So Gala, I don't believe they have yet, but they're looking to introduce Gala Chain, and Playable Games have already got Playable Chain. So they're already kind of, technologically, kind of where Gala wants to be. And at this present time, only a $13 million market cap, and that is fully diluted as well. So that means this has real high potential for multipliers, even from here. This has gone right back to kind of where it started, where I wanted to get it from. So, okay, it's not quite as low as where it was in October. It's kind of just a little bit over double where it was. But still, you know, compared to where it got to, which was 10x where it is now, 10x from where it is now, this one has got a lot of room to the upside again. So I would say this one has got 50 to 70x potential. So why do I say 50 to 70x considering that fully diluted it's 13 million? I would say the big reason why is because the gaming sector has just become so big, so enormous, that to stand out in it is quite tough. So it's a toss-up between 50 and 70. I'm going to put it in 50x. Next, we have got gaming. Now, gaming is kind of a cross between games and deepin, because what gaming is this is a decentralized GPU for gaming, right? But also a gaming developer and an esports gaming platform. So it's just all things gaming, multi-narrative gaming, in fact. So it's not just one sub-narrative, it's 3 sub-narratives. So that's the reason why this could do really well. Now, I believe that the market cap, doesn't have it on here, but I believe that the market cap is around about 10x less than what this is, right? So with that in mind, considering that gaming is considered one of the most reputable deep-in projects, you know, not just gaming, this one has got multiplier potential. I would say that this one has got 50x potential from where it is right now. Next, we have got Xverse. Now, Xverse is kind of, well, I don't mean to be rude, but Xverse is kind of a little bit like a... It's not got quite the quality, not quite the hype, not quite the team of Shrapnel, Bloodloop, Off the Grid, etc. But it's basically the same type of game. It is a first-person shoot-em-up, right? Now, let me... hold on a minute. Let me just look for this on my phone, because I don't want to make my computer overheat. Because whenever I bring up CoinMarketCap, it does overheat. So let me just have a look at Xverse. Xverse is 1.5 million market cap. However, with a fully diluted market cap of 18 million. Now, again, probably not going to happen for quite a while. But at 1.5 million, that's a very, very low market cap. Considering that the likes of Shrapnel is already at like 40, 50 million. And this was 50x less. And pretty much similar type of game. But it's not 50x less the quality. So I would say that Xverse has got a decent chance. I would say that Xverse can certainly 50x, I would say, from here. You know, with being reasonable, 50 million? That should be doable. But it relies on being spoken about by the right people. And let's face it, it's not going to be spoken about by Alex Becker, Elio, etc. Next, we have got Gamey. This is the one that has been, you know, kind of gone through quite a lot of FUD lately, because there was an exploit and that caused for it to tank like a bitch, basically. You know, it went from, 6 cents to, like, in a few weeks, 1.3 cents. And it's only just, from there, probably, it's 100% up on that price. So it has gone up, but again, Gamey is a really exciting one, I would say. The arcade of blockchain. And like I said, pretty much a lot like PlaysApp, this allows you, to kind of play games on Telegram, and it's got very, very simplistic but high quality looking games. All right, something that really sells in mobile is just simple games, and that's what these guys have got, and that is what I kind of like about them. They got leaderboards. It's very, very competitive. So I would say this one is a very, very good gaming project, and at 24 million market cap, I would say that Gamey, let's be reasonable, 200 million would be 10x. I would say this one has got kind of 30 to 40x potential. Next, we have got a degen one, and that is Metastrike. Metastrike is a lot like kind of Xverse, Shrapnel, Bloodloop, all that lot, but at a significantly less market cap. Look, where you've got Xverse at 18 million fully diluted value, this is 2.5 million fully diluted value. And this one had an enormous rise during the gaming season. You know, it kind of went from 0.001 to 2 cents. So it 20x'd in that time, right? And now it has gone, it's not as low as it was, but let's face it, this is going to probably go to a higher value. So I would say that Metastrike, yeah, it's basically a first-person shooter. It has been around a while. It did come out after the last bull run, so it's not really been bull run exposed, but it is slightly older. It hasn't got the hype. Certainly won't have the attention from top YouTubers. But I would say that this one has also kind of got 50x potential, just purely based on kind of, you know, the potential that they have to grow from a 1 million, well, from a 2 million fully diluted anyway. Nakamoto Games. This one is one that, again, the gaming ecosystem absolutely loves. Alex Becker is an advisor. And, you know, for sure, these guys are going to grow purely because of the attention they're going to get. But again, 202 million fully diluted, 73 million market cap. This is going to have diminishing returns compared to other gaming projects. I would say Nakamoto Games was good if you got in around about 5 cents, 10 cents, you know, a year ago. Now, the opportunity's gone, as far as I'm concerned. I would say Nakamoto Games is probably going to do a 10x from here. Maybe a 20x. Probably a 20x, but, you know, that's me being kind, in my opinion. Bloodloop, this has only recently come out. This is a very, very low value cryptocurrency for what it is, okay? So Bloodloop is looked at as one of the top 3 shooting games in the crypto ecosystem. It's an Avalanche-based game as well, so it gives it, I suppose, uniqueness compared to other games. So let me have a look again at Bloodloop, because it's obviously not showing on CoinGecko. So Bloodloop's 5.8 million. That is ridiculous. 5.8 million for Bloodloop. Now, Bloodloop is an exceptional quality gun game. You know, this is, of everything I said is a Call of Duty game, this is the most like Call of Duty or Fortnite than all of these games. This one's a really high quality game. You know, it looks very much like Off the Grid. Off the Grid's probably going to go into the hundreds of millions, and this at this present time is 5 million. And this one, again, Alex Becker will talk about this one. And it's a low market cap for Alex Becker to be talking about. Virtual Bacon's going to talk about it. Elio's probably going to talk about it as well. I would say that Bloodloop, it has a 100x chance from here. I would say that that's very possible. Next, we've got Engines of Fury. Engines of Fury is a top-down shooting game. Really, really playable, really good looking, exceptional graphics, very smooth. And this one also is really low value. Even the fully diluted value of 30 million is low compared to, you know, what's out there. The quality of this game, the quality of the marketing behind them that's going to be happening during a bull run, I would say from 2 million, this one has got 100x potential, 70 to 100x potential for sure. What should we do next? Let's do Gamer Arena. Gamer Arena, to me, is the best mini-game cryptocurrency yet to be recognized. So you got Wagme, you got Nakamoto, you got PlaySapp, you've got Gamey. Those are kind of what I would say is the mini-games market. Gamer Arena, an Avalanche-based games development company, these guys have got a ton of games. You know, I've got it downloaded on my phone. There are about 6 games that I like to just play when I've got a minute to myself. Just play against other people. It's so simple. The games are brilliant. You can just get straight into them. You're straight earning GAU token via playing these games. So it's a play-to-earn mini-game cryptocurrency. That at this point, at 12 million market cap, to me, the quality of this is it's already up there with Nakamoto, if not better than Nakamoto. It's just not quite the full package yet. But it's gonna get there, and that's the whole point of investing. You're investing as they realize the value of the project, right? The project has to start off kind of not widely talked about, not widely known, and it builds, it gets attention, it gets hype, and then you kind of ride the train up. And I personally think that Gamer Arena, hearing what they have planned, I would say these guys have also got 100x potential from here. This is infinitely better than UFO Gaming. And believe me, you're going to hear more people talking about Gamer Arena. Trust me. Next up, we have got Star Heroes. A lot of people in my group have been saying, Superman, Star Heroes, what do you think? I mean, look, today it's gone up 31%. That gives you an indication of, that there is people looking at this, looking at an opportunity to snipe it, and they have certainly got a decent deal if they bought yesterday. So Star Heroes has really retraced. Star Heroes, I sold my initial bag at $1.27. And now it's come down 10x less. So A, it was a good thing I sold my bag. But B, it opens up a very, very good opportunity. This is a $5 million cryptocurrency. Now, admittedly, there's not a lot of volume. A big reason for that is because it's not a gaming season, not an altcoin season. Don't expect any big jumps in crypto prices at this point until there's a gaming season. And then I expect this to rocket. I expect this to be an easy 10x pretty much straight away. And then from there, it will be the next 10x. So I would say that Star Heroes, I'll say 70x. Just to be on the conservative side. But I do think this has potential to go into 100x. Next, we have got WASD Studios. Now, this has had a nice run up lately. So I have covered it twice at 304. And it's kind of maintained 308. So it's doubled that, essentially. And that is without a lot of, a lot of attention. It's only really me that's spoken about it. Now, WASD Studios is less than $1 million market cap. And WASD Studios have got all these games under their belt. As I said, they've got a fighting game, first-person shooter, drifting game, karting game as well. Right? And more to come. This is only just the beginning. And this was made by an indie developer. Like the types that made the types of Lemmings. On the retro gaming systems, like a person with real excellent development skills, not necessarily, well connected, like the likes of, those that are partnered with Animoca brands and, some of the big VCs in the industry. And that's why they're at a market cap like this, because they're relatively undiscovered, but they've got the skills, they've got the competence, and all they need is the attention, the marketing. And I just think that these guys are $847,000 market cap. I think this one is a 100x, for sure. Next is another one that people have been asking me about, and that's Mixmob. Now, Mixmob is considered like the Mario Kart of the crypto gaming industry. So where you've got about 1 billion first-person shooters, or shooting games, or Call of Duty-esque wannabes, you don't have much in the way of racing games. So you don't have much in the way of your adrenaline junkies, people who like winning races, people who maybe play Formula 1 and Assetto Corsa and all of that. This is a crypto game that actually appeals to them. It's also on Solana, which means that the transactions are cheap and fast, unlike Ethereum-based games. So, when you're buying NFTs, when you're winning money, then, this is just a better ecosystem than a lot of the gaming projects that I do cover. And at 2 million market cap, with a fully diluted of 20, even at 20, that's 100x to get to 2 billion. Do I think it could get to 2 billion? No, probably not. But it's not going to be fully diluted anyway. So what I would say is from here at 2 million market cap, 2 million, right? And this is on Solana, right? Solana's the easiest, the easiest ecosystem to buy on. This has come down so much. This has come down, over 10, well, maybe not quite 10x, but this does open up an opportunity for the people who want to have a racing game in their portfolio. So I would say that Mixmob could hit a 70x, 50 to 70x, I would say. Right, just before I go any further, let me just have a look at some of these super chats that have come in so that you are not ignored. So, H. Corolla, hey Suppo, XO has gone way down with aggressive unloading. Your thoughts if you would buy it? Yeah, I would. I mean, this is the thing, right? And I'm going to be brutally frank with you. I've seen it with AIT Protocol. I've seen it with quite a few of the pre-sales that I've been in, and it has been a source of frustration. It has actually pissed me off, which is that a lot of the it's not just gaming. It's AI. It's layer ones. It's anything that has come out in the last kind of 4 months. It kind of came out, it got some profits for people, and now that the market is kind of 50-50 on whether we've kind of hit a cycle top or whether we've gone further, there's a lot of aggressive selling going on with a lot of these tokens. All right, because of vesting schedules, people get their tokens unlocked after a month. They may have put 10k into it. They're not happy with the returns. They just sell it before it's even worse, right? I personally have faith that there's going to be a gaming season, more coin seasons. So I think that people that are selling this right now are kind of selling themselves short. So that is what I would say about not only Mixmob but other games as well. Super, have you seen Jesus Coin? No, I have not. Let me just write that one down. I think Jesus is like one of those. I think Jesus is a really high performing coin, too high in market cap for me to be really interested. So we can have a look at England coin. I guess. Stan AI, thank you very much for the £20. Stan AI, I've looked at it, and to be frank, it's not really a good project. Sorry, but I really appreciate you getting the attention here. What do you think of Meme in You memes about Suppoman? Meme in You. Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's crap. But I don't know if that's the one that you mean. Check out Steve on Solana. Right, okay. Got those down. I will look at those at the end. Harry Suppo's into house. Right, okay, let's get started. By the way, people, if you could be so kind as to tap a like, it really does help. You may think, oh, tapping a like, it doesn't do shit. It really does help. So just tap that like. I would be very, very happy. Right, okay. I'm not going to do many more games. I've got way more games to cover, but I'm not going to cover too many more. But I'm going to cover games for a living. Because this one has also really come down. It's only 3x now from the bottom that I bought it at. Now, I've always not been a fan of games for a living because of its, I would say, it's very aggressive token unlock schedule. Well, not token. I would say that the amount of circulation is just so low compared to the current market cap, right? So that means that this has got just a lot of dilution potentially to come. That's what always was my problem with it, because when I first covered it, it was 0.005. It's only 3x from that, but when I covered it, it was like less than 1 million market cap. And considering it's only gone 3x up, it's actually gone about 30x up in terms of market cap. So that shows you why this is a risk to buy. Now, Games for a Living, very, very good. I've not really caught up with them lately, but from what I gather, they've got 3 games that you can play. And again, they're a games development, gaming, cryptocurrency. I do like them. I love kind of the branding. I do love the logo as well. But for 23 million, with their aggressive token unlock, which actually puts them at over 100 million, I would say that this one is probably a 30 to 40x, not quite 50, I would say. So I'm not a big fan of games for a living. Next, Metados. Metados I covered with you last week. Metados is a gun game, and this one now, last week it was under 1 million, now it's literally just over 1 million. And again, this is one that I believe, this is, again, just like Shrapnel, Bloodloop. I showed you, the gameplay on their X account, and they're on Avalanche as well. Now, these guys have the potential to rocket during a gaming season, all right? Because, people may look at, likes of Shrapnel, and they may say, oh, this is very high in market cap, 37 million, and this is at their low. This is the lowest price they've ever been. Back here, when they first came out, 7.4 was the low. So now, yesterday was like a real perfect time to buy because it was like 5 cents. But even now, like, you're getting the lowest price ever, and yet it's still 40x more than Metados. So I would say that Metados has also got the potential to maybe, I would say, 70x, 50 to 70x, I would say. They won't have the hype, they won't have the attention, you know, from the top gaming YouTubers, but they'll certainly be spoken about. And, you know, as I know in gaming season, and I saw this in the gaming season that happened in November, is that everything goes up. Everything. You know, the main ones go up, and then you're left with the ones that haven't yet pumped, and people buy it just because it hasn't pumped. It may be shit, but people will buy it just because it hasn't pumped. Everything goes up in a gaming season, right? And this is relatively new, and there will be KOLs talking about this. So I reckon this is going to do about This could do about 70x. It's got that potential. Next, we've got ZK Race. ZK Race has also come down a lot. ZK Race is D-Race, but mixed with ZK technology. So now they are no longer just a kind of game, which was a horse racing game. They're now a ZK technology. So they are they're a layer 2, basically, just like Myria. Now we have a look and see how Myria is doing presently. You know, Myria is on 76 million. 195 million market cap, fully diluted. This is 33 million fully diluted. So the market cap and fully diluted is the same. And this is basically 6x less than Myria, but with arguably as good or better technology, with their ZK Layer 2 technology. So this one, I would say, has, you know, just to go up to where Myria is, and Myria's probably got a lot of room to run, I would say that ZK Race, and it's probably going to be spoken about by Alex Becker as well. 300, 3 billion. I wouldn't say it's going to 100x, but I would say this has a chance to 50x. I'm going to cover a few more and then move on. So G3, really like G3. G3 is kind of like an all-in-one super app for gaming. It's got reviews. There's a games publisher. They're going to be games developer, and they're also a launch pad. The guy who created games.gg was formerly the head of Polka Starter. So he's got a lot of connections, knows how to run a launch pad. This one is... God, CoinGecko is embarrassing, isn't it? This one, market cap-wise, 7 million, 7.2 million. Now, it's got a very high fully diluted value, but again, that is not going to be realised for about 5 years. So I would say that games.gg, again, low volume, simply because of where we are in the market for altcoins and gaming altcoins in particular. But this was invested in by Virtual Bacon, by Alex Becker. This was in Neo Tokyo as well. So I saw this launched in Neo Tokyo. It's just going to have a ton of people knowing and talking about it. And all of the gaming influencers are in Neo Tokyo. So this one from 7.2 million, it will have some dilution, and that will fuck about with its gains. But I would say that, you know, games.gg has a kind of 40 to 50x. I'm going to put it in 50x because why not? I'll cover one more, and that is Oasis Gaming. Now, Oasis was created by basically bigwigs from Sega and Bandai Namco, which are two huge companies. Like Namco brought out like Pac-Man and Time Crisis and all these really like well-known and Tekken and all these like well-known PlayStation games from ye old times, like the late 90s, early 2000s, right? And then Sega, which is just a mega brand generally. So you've got bigwigs from both companies created Oasis, and Oasis is a layer 1 and layer 2 infrastructure for gaming. Currently, a quite high market cap. All right, so this came out, it was a 3-cent IDO. So it's not even 2x that IDO, and this has come right back down from where it was, okay? So this is when I was saying, you know, this is worth getting into. It was about 3.94 cents. Went up to like 15 cents. And now it's 15 cents. Now it's come right back down. I would say that Oasis, it lets itself down with the token unlock. So I'm going to put this in 20x. I'll cover one more actually, and that is Cirus. So Cirus Heroes, these guys are both a games developer and a launch pad. So there's Cirus Pad. And Cirus Pad actually launched Engines of Fury. Now this one, this was a mega hit at the end of the last bull market, but it's got Alex Becker, it's got Elio. They're both big supporters of Cirus. It's got up to 1.7, I want to say 1.7 cents, And now it has come down about 4x from that. I would say this one's going to perform decent. I would say this could get into the billion club. That would make it around about 20x from here. So I'm going to put Sidus about 20 to 30x, I would say. Right, okay, now I'm going to go into AI. Now, in AI, we are going to see some, well, certainly one degen cryptocurrency. So make sure you keep an eye out for this one. This one, actually, I think, is a pure beauty. A pure beauty. All right? So keep watching, because it is incredible. All right? So first thing, we're going to talk about Cubic. So Cubic is a major AI play, I would say. Cubic is around about 200, it doesn't show here, it's about 200 million market cap. So it's quite high in market cap, but Cubic is a layer 1. It's a proof of work layer 1 as well. So what they do is that, like Bitcoin, where you've got kind of proof of work, which is mining, basically, what you've got with Cubic is you've got proof of useful work. So what that means is that you are actually solving AI problems. So it's AI problem solving, teaching basically AI models to do a load of tasks in order to produce the next block, right? So it's like usefulness. It's actually contributing to AI development, all right? So this is like a major AI play. This is kind of like Bitensor. When I first spoke about this, I said this is kind of like a mini Bitensor. Now, the great thing about Cubic is this now is pretty much down to where it was. When I first spoke about it was here, right? So I spoke about it here. 502, right? It then went up to 401, so it basically nearly 10x, right? And now it's come right back down. So this went to a market cap then, must have been about 2 billion. So I would say that Cubic, having retraced almost the entirety of its position, so look, it was 5 zeros 223, and now it's 5 zeros 30, so about 50%. Not a lot. So I would say that this one has got a lot of room to the upside. This could go into multiple billions, I would say. I would still say 30x max, to be honest. But Cubic, I believe anyway, have got a weird halving system. So actually is designed like Bitcoin to reduce supply into circulation over time, and therefore make it appreciate a little bit like what happened with Bitensor. So I think Cubic can do okay. Aether, I really like Aether, right? This is decentralized. This is decentralized distributed GPU and computing power for games and AI projects. Okay, so this is an AI and gaming project, really, and also Deepin. So basically, it's all three of the big narratives. Okay, so it's basically AI, Deepin, and gaming in one coin. And this one is a mega hit, in my opinion. This one is like, in my opinion, this is my Internet Computer Protocol. All right, I have taken a position in Internet Computer Protocol. It's not huge. I've taken a much bigger position in Aether. Like near six-figure, near six-figure, holdings is what I've got in Aether. And I think this one has the potential to be the Deepin of the cycle. So I would say that Aether, even at the market cap it's at, which is 256 million, with fully diluted 2.8 billion, I would say that this one has got the chance to do probably a 50x max. I would say more 30 to 40x. I would say it could do a 50x. It just could, just simply because of the gravity of the thing. Next, we have got Genbox, if that's in here. Yes, it is. So Genbox, I covered this. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Oh, no, it's correct. This one's come down nicely, actually. So this one got quite high lately. I covered it around here. And then it spiked up to 10 million market cap, and now it's come right back down to 2.69 million, which is excellent. It's basically come right back down to the price it was. Now, if you don't know what Genbox is, Genbox allows you to create 3D virtual worlds with AI, right? So what you do is it's an AI landscape generator. You give it a prompt, and it will generate for you exactly what you ask for. So in this instance, it's like a Japanese walled garden, and it generates it in like 10 seconds. So Genbox, I think, is a potential gem. It's not that undiscovered gem that I was saying, but this is a big gem. I would say at 2 million market cap, I would say that this one has got the potential to do a 70x, potentially. 50 to 70x. I'm going to put it in 50 at this point. Just simply because of the use case is niche. If you're creating levels for games or metaverses, yeah, this is useful to you. But it doesn't have like a general use like neural AI does, for instance. Next up, we've got BasAI. BasAI is a AI project that was created by the guys who created Pepe Coin, right? This is a layer 1 for AI, right? Again, a little bit like DeAI, Cubic, Bitensor. That's what this is. You create AI dApps with BasAI, right? Now, BasAI, I know this is held by Carl Chassé, Alex Becker, Virtual Bacon. They all hold big amounts of based, right? Huge amounts. Like, I'm talking like near $1 million worth. So with that in mind, they're going to be, all three are going to be shilling it big time when there's like an AI season. Having said that, hold on. Let me see if I can get a proper market cap for BasAI. Ah, right, okay. So actually, it's fully diluted already. So it's 150 million. So 1.5 million would be a 10x. This could probably go to 6 billion. I would say this is a potential 50x, 40 to 50x potential. HashAI. This one has got Crypto God John, again, Alex Becker. HashAI is it's basically a AI node that has, or shall I say, looks for ways in which to maximize mining efficiency on a bunch of proof of stake, proof of work chains, right? So it looks to extract value from mining. So it's like an AI mining algorithm that allows it to generate money for you. So that is kind of like, it's like deep in an AI. And again, it's got some bigwigs talking about it. I would say kind of from here, 93 million. I would say that this one has probably got, I would say this one's probably got 20x max. I'm going to say 20x max. DeAI. Now, I saw a lot of whales carrying this in their wallets about 4 months ago when this was about $1, right? And since then, they have been offloading it. I have seen a lot of whales that I keep track of. They just unload this every day. And it's taken it back down. So people may perceive this as being relatively worthless because it's gone down so much and people have probably been burnt. I've been burnt. I bought this at about 91 cents. I know that Alex Becker just sold his out of like frustration and put it into PayPay. But I think this one could make a comeback. At 30 million market cap, considering the gravity of the project itself, which you can't actually see on here because they haven't got the website. But this is a layer 1. This is a layer 1 AI building cryptocurrency. So I would say that this one has got the potential from 30 million. Depending on who's talking about this, I would say this one's got 50x potential actually. I'm gonna go through the next ones quite quickly. So NodeAI, not Node Station. NodeAI is distributed GPU nodes basically. So again, this is a way of utilizing a distributed GPU network for graphics power basically behind dApps, behind games, behind any kind of digital based entity, I guess. This one, I have noticed actually, in the past week, a lot of whales have been accumulating this. A lot of the whale wallets that I am tracking that have high net worths, 30 million or more. Actually, some even from 3 million or more have been buying NodeAI, right? This has been one of those ones that are getting accumulated during the dips. But it's at 79 million, 81 million fully diluted. I would say this one can do decent. I would say this one's got maybe 30x potential. 30x potential. Blender I've spoken about a lot. You know what it is by now. Blender is essentially the same thing. It is distributed GPU, and it is very much like Render. So it's nearly the same name as well. And this is 25 million. Now, this has very recently been 250 million. So it's gone down 10x. And this is largely because of AI season. So much was overvalued. Everybody was running it up to the NVIDIA conference. And then when it went down big time. But I still think that from 25 million, I think that this one has got 70x potential. GTAI, this one, again, bad luck with timing. This kind of came out during AI season, but then the vesting unlocks happened during the bearish trend. And as a result of that, this could come right down. 7 million. And this at one point was like $7, I want to say. I'm sure it was quite high. $5 then. $5. This has come down 5.5x. And I would say, you know, what these guys are, these guys are an AI layer on top of Cify and DeFi. So if you are wanting for an AI virtual assistant to do the buying for you and from whatever exchange, it will do it. I just don't think people have really truly recognized how great this kind of technology is, because right now what you're doing is you are going to, you know, Uniswap or DexScreener or Binance or Coinbase or KuCoin or wherever, right? You're doing it manually. You have to create an account. You have to do KYC. You've got to fund your accounts. Blah 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 blah. Right? It's a lot of bother in the process, right? That's where something like GTAI comes in, because they do all of that stuff for you. You don't have to do that, right? And that's what makes this fantastic technology. So from kind of 7 million, I would say that this one's definitely got 50x potential from here. AIT Protocol I've spoken about a lot already as well. This is a machine learning based protocol. So this is how you train AI models, basically. A real quintessential AI project. Now at 9 cents, this is basically 3x the IDO price. The lowest price I think I've ever seen it, actually. Look at that. Like, look at that. So, I mean, it's a car crash of a chart, but if you never got into it, this could be absolute beauty, because AIT Protocol did get to $1.30. That's a 13x kind of built in. So, AIT Protocol, I would say this has 50 to 100x chance. I'm going to put this in 50x for now. AI Pad. AI Pad is a launch pad built by Bluezilla for you to get involved in AI projects. This one, I believe lately was 20 cents or 25 cents. Let me have a look. Jesus. Sweet Jesus. So last year, this was, last year was like 50 cents. Yeah, 25 cents is where it got to lately. And, you know, it's kind of come down, what, 5x from that? 4x from that. 4x from that. And that was with a very lukewarm offering by AI Pad, right? Bluezilla launchpads do very well in a bull rally and an up-only bull rally. They do 100x's, 600x's. So I would say that AI Pad, this one's got 50x potential. I would say, well, we know what Zero AI is. So Zero AI, it might not be on here, actually. Oh, it is on here now. So Zero AI, this is one of the best AI technologies, one of the best use cases for AI technology, in my personal opinion. This is how you can create a video based on a prompt. Give it a prompt, tell it to do anything, tell it to produce any kind of video, it will do that for you. And it does it the same vein as Sora. I think the only thing that would make Zero AI better, and I hope you're listening, Zero AI, is longer videos. At the moment, it's kind of 4 seconds, I would say. And, you know, you can kind of create stories with Sora. You can't necessarily with Zero. So I would say, though, that Zero, a fully diluted value of 3 million, I think it's got 100x potential. One of the few 100x potentials in AI, I would say. Neural, you know what Neural is. Neural is a way of developing basically 3D models with AI. You give it a prompt, it will make whatever you ask for in 3D. If you ask for it to do a Bored Ape in 3D, it will do it. If you ask it to do Julia Roberts in 3D, it will do it. It'll basically do anything, and that's a reason why it's gone up 25% today. It's purely because this is just major hyped, right? And people just wait for there to be a bit of a bounce, people to buy this up. This has gotten as high as $5, and this is new. At 16 million fully diluted, I would say, oh man, this has got such huge potential. 50x at least, probably 70x, I would say. Right, deepfake AI. Deepfake is you being able to get Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, Joe Biden, Elon Musk, Mike Tyson, me, Alex Becker, a load of celebrities, say what you want, Michael Saylor, Janet Yellen, any of these people. You can create deepfake videos. It's one of the best marketing methods out there. You can have anything promoted by these celebrities. It's an amazing use case. 4 million, this was once upon a time 40 million. So it's come down a 10x, right? I would say this one has got 70x potential. Next, not safe for work AI. That's only on here at this point. And that is an indication of why this has got a lot of potential. Because at this point, this is the lowest price it's ever been. Look, along its history, the lowest price it has ever been. 470k market cap. This is the lowest. Now, not safe for work AI isn't necessarily what it says, what it does on the tin. Not safe for work AI is another deep fake technology where you can superimpose your face or someone you know's face onto any short video. It's a brilliant, highly adoptable use of AI. This is something you can use on the day-to-day, something you could share on social media. It's got that real good potential. And they're only going to be adding more and more functionality for the end user, like the ability to create NFTs, to have it, take the watermark off their photos and videos, and thus make it, even better. So I would say that this one, 470,000. This has been as high as 6 million. So this has already got, in my opinion anyway, 10x baked in at some point. So I would say that not safe for work AI is a 50 to 100x, if not even more than that. But at this point, I'm going to put it in 100x. And then the last one. This one is truly special in my opinion. I love this one. I love it. And that is AI SCII, which is otherwise known as Artificial Intelligence System created for the blockchain. This one is magnificent. It's only 570k market cap. But let me show you. This is on Solana as well. Let me show you what this does. All right. So this is I love the interface. Very, very simplistic. Almost like going back in time in terms of the aesthetics. All right. Now, this allows you to create any image from text, all right? Any image. So you can tell it to do anything. Now, I have personally seen a lot of meme coin cover art developed by these guys. They don't watermark anything. So you can create any image you want. If you say Donald Trump in Nigeria feeding a load of children, it'll produce it in 20 seconds, really high quality. Elon Musk and Donald Trump having dinner in New York. 20 seconds, you've got a great image. You can also develop videos. So like Zero AI, you give it a prompt. Now, Zero AI produces what I would say is HD quality, beautiful, Sora or OpenAI quality videos. These guys are not there yet, but they can produce a video based on your prompt. It's just not as good. Music. You can ask it to combine Mozart with 80s retro wave, and in 30 seconds, it'll produce a tune that's Mozart in 80s retro wave. You can do It's literally unbelievable. You can create websites. So you can ask it to create a website of a meme coin and it'll produce it for you. You can ask it to create a mini game. So you can say, create a car game where you have to tap left to avoid obstacles or tap right and make it have a score at the top. And it'll produce it in like 60 seconds. It's unbelievable. And the other thing I really love about this that's not mentioned here is voice. So this can do voice replication. So if you send the Telegram bot, because that's where a lot of the functionality is. If you send the Telegram AI bot your voice or anyone's voice, you can make that bot say anything in that voice and it will replicate it. So if you wondered how my voice came to something like fake AI, deepfake AI, or Crypto Crow's project where he's got my face on it, eternalized, and you've got my voice on it, right? My voice does not sound actually like my voice, but on this it does. I'm telling you, this is unbelievable technology. And the funny thing is, I think you've got the prompts right here. I don't know if it will actually work just on the website. Let me just put Elon Musk. Oh, hold on. I think you have to put like /image. Might not work. Elon Musk and Donald Trump having dinner in New York. I don't know if it will do it on here. Might not run. Yeah, it might not do it. Because it mainly does these in the Telegram bot. I haven't tested it on the website, and I don't know if I had the correct prompt either for image. So it says here, active modules on this website. I probably shouldn't have put /image.
Image Elon Musk and Donald Trump having dinner in New York.
Look at that! Look at that! Need I say more? This is just fucking unbelievable, honestly. Incredible. So anyway, yeah. So this one, 500 and whatever it was, 550k market cap. I would say this one has definitely got 100x potential. You saw it. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Okay, right, now let's get into the memes, shall we? Let's get into the meme coins. So, some of these are going to be ones I've spoken about already. So, Tremp, Politify. This one's got, look, 22% in one day. That's quite high for a market cap of that size. 75 million. Now, I've seen this at 122 million. I would say that Donald Trump, as we go into the elections, this one I think is going to do a 15 to 20x. I'll put it in 20x. Andy on base. This is my favourite meme coin by a mile, all right? Because it is slap bang on trend, slap bang on blockchain, right? So Brett is the easiest Ethereum-based blockchain anyway, and with the smart wallet, there's going to be a lot of attention on to Coinbase-based cryptocurrencies, and Andy is like bang on trend. So Brett is already too far gone, 2 billion market cap nearly, and Andy is only 16 million. 16 million. This is 100x, more than 100x less than Brett, right? And yet, it's not 100x less the quality. This is the best Andy that exists in the whole meme coin space. They've got one on Blast, one on Solana, one on ETH. ETH one I think is considered the best. The one on Blast is considered the native chain. But Andy is best placed on Base because this is where the masses are going to go. They're not going to be going on Blast. So I believe that Andy is going to go to a $3 cryptocurrency, which would make it over 100x. So I'm going to put Andy in the 100x club, just simply because as a Boys Club member, this is not... I don't believe that the value it is right now actually mirrors the quality of the project. Foxy, this is a collaboration between MetaMask and the Linear blockchain. So this is like, I suppose, the #1 meme coin on the Linear blockchain. All right, now we've already seen how Redo has done on the Ton blockchain. We've seen how no other examples come to mind. But basically, for the kind of first meme coin on a chain does the best, and Foxy is the linear-based meme coin. Now, this is presently only under 50 million market cap. It's gone up 25% in one day. That shows you that there's a lot of people waiting to buy this, right? So where it is right now, 50 million, I would say reasonably, this will 20x, okay? So that would be 1 billion. I would say that's a reasonable. You've seen my love for this one. I don't think it's on here yet. Oh, it is. Kai-Ken. Oh, this one's tiny. 7 million market cap. Now, as I explained already, Kai-Ken is the last of the 6 Japanese Inu dogs, right? So there's Shiba Inu, Hokkaido Inu, Ryukyu, I can't remember the other ones. But anyway, the main one's Shiba Inu, right? But all of them did over 300 million market cap. And Kai is the only one that had no representation. It was the last of the Inu dogs to come out. And as a result of that, this one, I think, has yet to have its real true price discovery. So this has hit a market cap. Oh, it's not going to give me the market cap. It's hit a market cap, I think, of about 13 million. It's halved now. So I think that this one has got the ability to be over 100x. So this one, 70 to 100. I'm going to put it in 100x because this is going to be the first market for this particular Inu. Moon Trump. Moon Trump is a Trump-based project I covered a while ago, and at the moment it's 3.7 million market cap. So Moon Trump, from what I have heard, these guys are extremely well connected to family offices. What that is, in crypto speak, is basically like those rich families in Dubai. They're really rich, well-networked families, right? And they haven't yet fully got those people onboarded, but they are connected to them. Now, the time when they're going to be doing this is close to the election. So this at this point is quite small in market cap. But I would say that this one could probably get to about 50 million. So I would say that Moon Trump has got about 20x potential. Next, we have got my favourite meme coin. Well, other than Andy and the other. And that is Suppoman. So Suppoman, this one has already got a lot of utility. All right, so this one, I've given it utility. So if you want to know my degen buys, you need 1 million Suppoman. But it's not just that. This is part of that influencer kind of space of cryptocurrencies. Right now, you've got OnlyFans models, you've got YouTubers, you've got sports stars, you've got all of these influencers or celebrities creating coins. Recently, Andrew Tate created one that went to 300 million. And this at this point is 587k. And whereas the others are just memes, this one has actually got utility. I believe that Suppoman coin is going to 500k. 5 million is a 10x. 50 million is a 100x. I would not be surprised if this one did a 100x. Because I've already... I've already given it some utility. I don't want many people joining this group. That's the thing. I don't want loads of people to actually get in this group. I want it to be relatively held back so that it's not. People are just. People are just. Pumping and dumping things that I talk about. So I like to have a smaller group, less cheats that way. So I don't necessarily want this to be populated, but there's no limit. If you have 1 million. Suppoman coin, which is like $500, and that's you get it. Next, we have got, and also having said that as well, is that the YouTube channel is insane actually. So there's loads of shorts. It's really good. My content is really good. Right, next one is another one of the Inus, and that is Hokkaido Inu. But it is called Duken. All right, Duken. Oh, typical. Doesn't bloody show up. This one. Hokkaido Ken. Alright, so this is one of the 6 Inus, right? Now, I was actually looking for a modern day version of this, couldn't find one, and then I found this. And it's on Ethereum, just like Kaiken. Now, Kaiken at this point is like 7 million, and Doken at this point is 430k. Now, let's have a look. Now, these guys have got basically everything. They have got a really, really good website, exceptional website. They have got Telegram, they've got Twitter updated. This is a really good project, really high quality website. This is the representative for Hokkaido Inu, all right? One of the 6 Inus, right? So I've taken a position in this one as well. So I would say that from a 445k market cap, considering that, you know, Kaiken is, I mean, put it this way, if all of those Inus can get over 300 million, then that would mean that this one has got 1000x potential. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that, but I would say that this one has easily got 100x potential. Just given that it's got that uniqueness. It's like the boys club. So where you've got the boys club, you've got the Inu club. Like, you've got all this shit like Euro player Inu and all these Inus that are not related to the actual dogs that are within the 6 Japanese Inus, right? This is like the boys club of the dog breed, of the Japanese dog breed. So yeah, so this one I think has got a lot of potential, considering its competition in Kaiken has blown up. This one has the potential to blow up. Next, we have got if it can accurately get my thing, Success Kid. So Success Kid on Solana is basically that baby that goes, you know, got it, you know, success, right? This has got such a mega community. The community for Success Kid is just ginormous. It's actually weird that, considering the size of the community, the amount of people that I see on all the YouTubers' channels saying Success Kid, you know, this is the meme coin, right? And it's only 3.7 million. I would say the Success Kid, I would say it's a very well-known meme. But I would say that from 3 million, 30 million, which is hit before, I would say this one has got 20 to 30x. Because we've had a meme season for a while now. It really should have done well already. Next one is what I would consider a potential next safe moon. The next safe moon. So today, on Dex Screener, we have seen that the trending coins has been Moon Cat, which is 2.5 million. It's actually a lot more than that earlier. Moon Dog. And then Moon Bag. Moon Bag. This, to me, sounds like Safe Moon to me. I love the name. Moon Bag. Don't forget your Moon Bag. It's just got, to me, it's got Safe Moon vibes. So it's MB. Moon Bag. 53k market cap. Nothing. 53k. Considering that Moon Cat was 3 million earlier today, this is 53k. That's 100x less. If this went to 5 million, then that would be 100x. And it would only just be a bit more than Moon Cat. So I think the Moon Bag just sounds awesome. There was a meme coin called The Bag that did well. There was obviously Safe Moon. So I think this is a combination of two big like meme keywords. Moon Bag. It just sounds right. Sounds commercial. So I'm going to go from the 50k that it was, 55k. 55k. Oh man, this could easily be 100x. I'll put 70x though. I'll put 70x. Next one is Real Degen. Real Degen. Alright? And that is a meme coin called... Well, come on. It's got to be done, hasn't it?
You know, I wake up every morning, I'm like, oh my God, I'm living in Monaco. I'm living in a dream. Really?
Really?
Yes.
And it is called... Monaco Coin. Monaco Coin. 37k market cap, people. Now, I'm hoping... Now, Monaco coin is like the UK coin, like the USA coin. It's a country-based coin. If you are a fan... Oh, shit. Don't know what happened there. Monaco coin, if you are a fan of Monaco like I am, and obviously Monaco is like the end result. It's like the end goal for us as, you know, as individuals looking to make a name in cryptocurrency, looking to make millions in cryptocurrency. The end goal would be somewhere like Monaco because, you know, it's the land of the rich and famous, and it's really the symbol of wealth, right? And this is the coin of it. Like, to me, there is no better purveyor of Monaco than Monaco coin that you could find, right? So I really like Monaco coin. And, yeah, I mean, 41k market cap, it's going to probably, you know, go down a bit now. You know, now it's 27k market cap. You know, it's a load of fun. It's fun. And I'm hoping that the people behind this really come back and make something of this, because you know, this could be really good. But it's a real degen coin, and it's just a load of fun, to be honest. There is another one. I haven't got it in my thing, my tier list, but Memes Make It Possible was a coin launched by Crypto Games. The one and only Crypto Games. £1,000. This could do 100. This could do 100,000x. This could do a 10,000x. You best believe. Anyway, I got a little bit of this. Memes Make It Possible. This is his little thought experiment. A little social media, social media experiment, as he called it. So I've taken a little position in this. Nothing big, but you know, this was created really, I suppose, to show the ease of it, but also as a coin that I guess in a way represents crypto gains, and I am a fan of crypto gains, so I bought some in support. So I haven't got this on the tier list or anything like that, but I do kind of like it, and to be honest, I would do my own. He launched this on pump.fun and it was 4k, and he put $10 into it. So, you know, he just did it as a bit of fun. I wouldn't do it as fun. I would actually like try and make something of it, I think. But anyway, let me just check something. Fuck. Cryptocurrency I want to buy has just gone up a bit. Anyway, never mind. I'm not going to say what it is, just in case you guys all like front run me, basically. Right, okay, so let's have a look and see what you guys have got to say before I make like a tree and leave. And by the way, people, if you could just tap that like. 500 of you, 250 likes. If you all tap it, we'll get up to 500 likes. It would be unbelievable. Sarah, I love Superman with all my being. You are the reason I'm in crypto. Pure, kind-hearted man. Thanks for all your undiluted information. I appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you very much. That is very kind words. Harlan, Vuz, Zybot, Trezzle. I think Trezzle's okay. Zybot, it's an AI degen play. And Vuz is dead. Oh, wow. Inia. Wowza. Inia with 159 Aussie dollars. I am going to have to get myself a Foster's with that and make myself some sausages on the Barbie. No, I'm joking. Must be really annoying when people do that. But anyway, Ilia, thank you very much. You are definitely going to get...
You know, I wake up every morning, I'm like, oh my God, I'm living in Monaco. I'm living in a dream. Really?
Really?
Yes.
Certain
And
rules that you have to follow, and then you're fine.
Like what?
Well, you have to be liquid.
And you are very liquid. I've got to say, Inia, very liquid. AIT just dropped a new few updates last week. Check it out when you have a moment. Okay, I'll check it out. How many X's token-fied chain GPT, their AI? I don't know. How many X's for Miria? Miria was 70 million, right? I would say probably 15x. I would say 15 to 20x from here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So where do you see Shido and Casper in the next 5 more years? I don't know Shido and frankly don't care. And as for Casper, Casper will be fine. You know, it's not quite the coin it was. It's not as incredible as it once was. You know, 3 billion. The money's been made for the majority of people. Right now, you're just pumping up a coin to get a shitty return. Probably from here, I would say you'd be lucky to get a 10x. Lucky to get a 10x. $1.60, I just don't see that happening. I see like maybe $1, but not more than that. Steve, all right, okay. So let me check out some of these. Steve, 1 mil. I couldn't care less. Bail Steve out of jail. That's just ridiculous. Memes in you. Meme in you. It's not here. So, oh, sorry about that. Oh, England. England. Did they win tonight? I didn't see. I saw they were drawing at the time. 54k. I saw this at the time. This actually is like mega down, no? Yeah, because when I saw it, it was in the millions. This was like, what, 2.1 mil, maybe? Wow. Yeah, it's gone down. It's gone down 50x? 30x? Yeah, it's gone down quite a lot. And considering England are the favourites for the Euros, that's quite a big come down. Jesus. How long have I been online now? Feels like a long time. 1 hour. Ooh, it's not that bad, considering how many coins I've spoken about. 90 million. I'm not even interested. Why even put that my way? And I think that's it. I think that is all the super chats. Elon Trump, ET, aka Elio Trades. Elon Trump, 1.3 mil. I think I saw this earlier on Pump.fun. Oh no, I didn't. Pump.fun's really awesome, I've got to say. Elon Trump, yeah, it's probably going to be like a 10k next week. Any more? No, not really. Rightio, people, I think that's it. Farage, yes, I spoke about Farage in my last vid. Not my last vid, a couple of vids ago. Let's see how it's doing now. Farage. This guy is really the Donald Trump of the UK politics. I'm very surprised that it's not, it's not higher value, to be honest. Added value. AI Tate's, wow. AI Tate went down to 50k. Oh, okay. Let's see what they think of, what do you know Alex Becker? Andrew Tate wannabe, basically.
I know of that bug eater Becker, but he's irrelevant. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to hustle harder than that soy boy ever could. What do you need help with, G?
It is cool. It is cool. It is cool. Oh, mom. Yeah, I like it. It's quite funny. Right, that is it, people. I think for today's video, I don't want to make it too long. He's wearing a short, though. A short. Right, yeah, okay, that's it, people. So thank you very much for being here. I hope you really enjoyed today's stream. I personally did. I thought it was a beauty. And actually, no, before I go away, let me just re-show you the list. Let me, can I minimize it? No, not really. Yeah, here we are. Here's the list. No real 1000Xs, to be honest. But if I was going to say anything had the potential to 1000X, I'd probably say the AISCII. I would say possibly not safe for work. Possibly Hokkaido Inu. But this is how I would have it. This is how it is, people. So, there we are. There is your list, people. So, I bid you farewell. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. And I will see you of the next time. You've been amazing. If you could, smash a like on your way out. And I will see you this time next week. It is lights out. All out. Na 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 na.